Hello and welcome back to Cheesy TV, and more specifically welcome back to my sofa once again. I'm on my sofa. This is not the actual intro to the video. It is the intro, but not the intro. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Anyway, I've teamed up with an app called 21 Buttons. They should be on the screen. Can we put that on there a few times, Ollie?
It's on.
Okay, 21 Buttons. And this was in response to so many of you guys and girls asking me across all of my social media, where do I get my clothes from? What's a certain brand of whatever. So many questions about what I wear and where to get it from. Anyway, 21 Buttons is an app whereby I can post my own outfits, or I can just post a photo of me doing what I usually do, probably standing next to a car, or doing whatever it is I'm up to, and then you'll be able to click in one click the item. So you'll see a photo of me wearing whatever this rubbish is. You think, oh, I quite like that brash ensemble. I would like to check that. Ollie's grinning at the word ensemble, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I got it.
Basically, you can just click the screen and it'll take you straight through to where to get it, okay? I've got my own profile on there, okay? So you can already see some pretty aggressive stuff. Can we do a little screen record on the screen somewhere, Ollie?
We can do.
Okay, so basically, I'm already on there and I've already started uploading some of my pictures. There's an exclusive picture actually on there that I haven't put anywhere else on my social media. Well, there's a couple of them actually, and then some other ones that you'll recognise, and a lot of you were asking where I get my outfits from on them. So if you go on there, I'm in there. There is lots of brightly coloured stuff. So yeah, do enjoy that. Anywho, you can also obviously follow other influencers on there, and you can put your own profile and do what you want on there. But it is a cool app, so make sure you check it out. Anyway, should we get on with the video, mate?
Yep.
I think I actually need to see a doctor about that. What is this video? What's it going to be?
You're talking about your car.
Talking about a car? That doesn't sound like me.
Really? Oh. You're talking about a yellow one. One of the yellow ones. You've got two.
Doesn't narrow it down, boy. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to remember what video this one is. That's a churner. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically welcome back to a car park again. We have found a different car park, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very exciting day. Today is a car park tour. No, it's not really. It is me discussing how my Lamborghini is £365,000. So let's have a little look, and let's also walk with me here. Walk with me here. Walk with me here. What do we have here? It's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you like that?
My audience enjoy it, yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
How did I learn how to do that?
Face the other way a second, yeah. What, that?
How did I learn?
That's incredible.
How did I learn how to do that?
I don't know, did Mum teach you?
My lad. YouTube.
No, it didn't.
I YouTubed that.
Really?
Well, how else do you know how to tie that, you idiot? You tell me, if you could do that.
I think Mum might have taught you.
I didn't. I learned on YouTube, it's amazing. I might go in, what about that? Should I go into blogging doing that?
Let me know in the comments, shall we do a tutorial on how to make a pot noodle or spaghetti or tagliatelle or whatever what? I don't even know what to call that. What do you call it?
Chaos.
Chaos? What do you call it? Spaghetti on the head, don't you?
Spaghetti on the end.
Oh, what was that?
Stop that. Cancel it.
What was it?
Cancel.
You don't even know what it was?
No, I know what it was.
What was it? You don't have a clue. You know nothing about cars.
A Nova.
It wasn't a Nova. It had a roof down. I think it was like Advantage actually. In which case, it's a very nice car. Before we crack on, however.
Oh, you're turning, lad.
Yeah, we're churning. So we're gonna get some detailing on the go. Mind this. I've got my kit, ladies and gentlemen. No, get rid of that. We've got some quick detailer, so I'm gonna give it a little rub down because you cannot do a video on your car unless it is fresh. We're basically just gonna freshen our cars. But actually, I'm not gonna film this process. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go around the car and I'm gonna point out the cool features of the SV and exactly why it's £365,000, because that is an obscene amount of money, and I'm going to attempt to justify exactly why it costs that much. So first things first then, with this car, list price of the Lamborghini Aventador SV is £315,000. Now, you will not find any cars that cost £315,000 because everyone puts a spec on their car. How on earth has this thing racked up to £365,000? And I must admit, I'm going to forget some stuff, but I'm going to give you a brief overview and show you exactly how it's got to that, because my Aventador S was £307,000 with spec. I believe it was about 285, 280 without spec. So this is a significant amount more than the S. So firstly then, the paint job on here is a triple layer giallo something or other, basically a pearlescent yellow. It's a very, very nice triple layer paint. You'll struggle to pick it up in this light, but there's a really nice depth to the paint, and I believe there's probably 7 to 10 K's worth of paint on there. That's not as much as Ferrari charge for their triple layer paint. I believe the paint on my 812 came to £17,000, and yes, that car is still coming. And by the way, I'm talking about all these numbers, the X £1,000 here and there and blah, blah, blah. I make no secret of the fact I finance my cars, so I'm not really boasting. It's all financed. The bank pays for it all, so whatever. So do excuse the crass mention of numbers here. I always feel a bit awkward talking about numbers. So the paint, 7 to 10K, I can't remember the exact amount. I did not spec this car from you, so I don't really know. Secondly, one of the coolest options on here is this carbon. Absolutely everywhere. That you could get in glass, I believe you can get a glass engine cover. But this has been spec'd in carbon. But the most important thing about this carbon is that it's all gloss. You'll notice that a lot of SVs have, you can sit in there if you like, go for it, take it for a spin if you want, probably drive it better than me. Anyway, crack on with the video. So the carbon on here is gloss. Most SVs you see will have that dry carbon, which I don't really like. It looks like plastic from a distance, but this has got a really, really, really cool look to it. And absolutely all of it is gloss. So all of this carbon all the way round into the wheel arch here, and all the carbon inside is gloss as well. And I believe that was a £10,000 to £11,000 option. Doing it for the gram. We'll get a rear quarter in a minute. We have these wheels. You've got 20 inches on the front and 21 at the back, which not many people know. The wheels are actually bigger at the back, which is chaos. But importantly here, these wheels are an option. They did come as standard with a different wheel option. I can't remember the name of them. I think they begin with a D, but they're rubbish anyway. You don't want those. These are the ones to have, and these are kind of the textbook kind of classic SV wheel. And I actually had these on my SV, and I remember they were about 4,900, I believe, to have them in gloss black. The wheel center locks, if you want gold ones or red ones, they are an extra 900 quid. So I spec gold ones on my S, but on here, well, this car I didn't spec from new, and these were actually changed prior to picking up the car, so this was all kind of factored into the cost. However, if you wanted extra ones of these, different colour, with this one came with red ones from new, 900 quid for them. So just for that little bit there, which is mental. Coloured calipers as well, if you want to spec those in a different colour, they would be about 800-900 quid as well from factory. It comes with black ones as standard, but the black finish is actually terrible, and this one has now got kind of a gloss black with a yellow writing on. They would have, if I spec this from new, they would have been 900 odd quid as well from the ad personam department. So we have a detail in progress with Mr. J here and his WinningTouch detailing. So the carbon continued. All you usually see of the carbon here, it's just this top bit, but it's actually really, really cool. It goes down under here and obviously bolts on and bolts off there. So coming around the car, then we have more gloss bits and bobs. But I don't think that was actually a paid for option. There was an Aventador SV at Lamborghini Edinburgh, but this has all been painted in the same colour as the rest of the body shell. It's a liquid silver, liquid grey, the same colour as the 918. So we have illuminated door sills in carbon. I believe these are about 1,500 quid for this to be lit up, and also have actually a little wrist check whilst we're here. Anyway, we have a root beer, the original root beer, not the latest one. We will do a video on this. And all the way around here, obviously we've got the carbon tub, should we call it? Inside then we have deviated yellow stitching throughout, and we've got the yellow stitching there, and obviously all throughout the car. The Alcantara, I believe, is a free option on the steering wheel. But the most important thing about the interior here is the seats. The SV carbon bucket seats, they're just so cool. They're not the comfiest things in the world, and they don't actually adjust. As you can see here, this is all completely fixed like the Porsche ones. You can see some water down there and some Gucci's, guilty. Obviously I've already been through this modification here, we don't need any more detail on that. But inside here we've got the carbon interior as well, so that is a spec option to spec that on there. Carbon door panels, again that comes as standard on the SV, that's why the list price of it is slightly higher. But all throughout as well we've got yellow stitching in the roof. I believe that is an option as well. The branding package, I believe that is about another 1,500 quid to get that on there. And this kind of motif inside the seats, I think that is an extra option. However, I don't really know. Carbon interior vibe continues with this carbon all around the Speedo, which is really, really cool. But the main bugbear of this interior is the fact there's no carbon on the steering wheel, and you cannot spec carbon on the steering wheel of this car, which is kind of annoying. You can get it aftermarket and it does look good, which is something I'll probably consider. As it stands, it's literally just black plastic, which I really don't understand. Lambo, what are you doing? Why is this not carbon, and why is this not an option? It's bizarre. But anyway, the steering wheel design is cool, but just that carbon bit there is kind of annoying. Other options, this car does not have the ad personam, but it's Sensonam stereo system. I don't really think you need a massive hi-fi when you've got behind your head, through that gap there, in there you have a 6.5 litre V12. You really do not need a decent hi-fi. I have spec Bose in my 911T because that's more of a cruiser, more of a daily car, but in this car I don't really listen to music in it, to be honest. I don't really care. Some Highline stats on it then. It will do 217 miles an hour, 0 to 60 is 2.7 seconds, and it is obviously running 750 brake horsepower, hence it's called an LP750. It is over 2 meters wide as well, which a lot of people don't realize when they haven't seen one of these things in the flesh before. Most people have by now. But it's 2 meters wide. It dwarfs the Hurricane. Absolutely dwarfs it. Look at the size difference between that and the Aventador. Absolutely mental. When you see one of these on their own, they've got so much presence, and when you see it next to Aventador, especially in SV, you're like, yeah, it is just an Audi, mate. So we've just put some tyre gel on, as you can see. It looks like someone's had a bit of an accident on there. And then we're gonna head off for a little spin. We're gonna take the cars out, find some other silly cars to drive around with, and generally just waste petrol. So we've just stopped off for some fuel, obviously, and I forgot to show you one of my favourite things about this car. So slide the seat forward, and you can see underneath it, this whole thing is carbon. I know it's quite a strange thing to like, but even underneath the mats here, and these mats are like kind of screwed down, but this whole thing is like a racing car. Everything is carbon, and as you go over here as well, you've got a fire extinguisher over there. I appreciate it looks a little bit muddy over there. The floor mats, this really cool, like, almost like Kevlar. They're not really carpets. And obviously you can see over there as well, that is carbon. All underneath this, where it says SV, that's all carbon as well. It's like a complete racing car, and it's so, so cool. Anyway, let's put some fuel in it, probably about £4.84 worth. Yep, we'll have that.
Yeah, we'll have that.
Aluminium billet fuel cap as well. I don't think that's an extra, not like Porsche that will charge you £98 for that. Archie. Archie, mate. Watch out, Archie! So for all those saying that you're having a supercar means that you are having a glamorous life, this is how we roll. Hi, mate.
Hello, mate.
How's it going down there?
Yeah, it's alright, just a bottle of water, mate. Humble.
How are you doing? Just messaging some birds. What was that?
You're tough, mate, you're tough.
You two are both wearing some very aggressive trainers. In the comments, let me know if you know what's on these two people's feet, because they are absolute mayhem. What are we going to do? Are we actually going to get out driving?
Yeah, we're going now.
For crying out loud, you better pick that up.
Don't listen.
So we have stopped off in Knightsbridge, obviously, because that is all we do with our cars. And I've bumped into a familiar face, ladies and gentlemen. Not this familiar face, that familiar face. Hello, mate, how you doing? Yeah, you want to do it a bit harder, but like break his jaw, his nose. Sorry, mate, how you doing? You're on TGTV, how are you doing?
Brilliant.
Yeah, there we go. Invoice me in a bit. Cheers, nice to meet you, mate. Yeah, I don't really know what we're doing. I'm just going to end the video. Do you want to end the video?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and then just do that.
Like and subscribe, and don't forget to tune into TGTV.
That is a very good ending. See you later, subscribe. See you soon. Bye.